What is up, everybody? What is up? It's your boy, Mr. Glass Half Full. I'm here by myself today. My boy, I got, let's say why. My boy, Jeff. Jeff, happy birthday, Jeff. Early happy birthday, Jeff. He's on a little bit of a vacation. He's having a little hotel room fun with his wifey. Hope you're having a good time while you're leaving me out here in the lion's den over here. Jeff's having a good time for his birthday. Happy birthday, Jeff Pilgrim. We love you, baby. And then Eli Vax. Eli Vax, we love you, baby. And our MC, we miss you. We hope you come back next week. I hope you hop in, get in if you have some time. But listen, you got your boy, Mr. Glass Half Full today, everybody. Welcome to New York Revival Live, where it's not just sports, it's entertainment. Now, I bet you're wondering what the hell is going on with this guy right now. What is going on? There's a lot going on. There's the guys wearing glasses in the middle of the night. You might see a little reflection. Don't worry about that off my glasses. Your boy has the sickest. Actually, let's play a game. Let's play a game. Is he high or does he have pink eye? Let's just we'll come back to it in a little bit. We'll talk about it a little bit. You see how I'm acting after this. You say, is he high or does he have pink eye? We'll figure it out later. But I also got my little porn stash here. Let's go. A little mustache for the ladies. And just kidding. Sorry, wifey. Sorry, wifey. She hates it. I did a if the Giants win challenge. I said I'd wear a mustache for the week if the Giants won. Our boys won. They beat the Chicago Bears. What a disgusting game. But hey, listen, 20-12. The Giants are on top. The Giants are in 3-1. I mean, listen, who had us pegged at 3-1 4 games into the season? Not many people. There's a few people. Shout out Dash, Big Dash. He's one of our loyal followers over here. Shout out to everybody else who had us at 3-1, but there's not many out there. There's not many. But listen, we are going to have a good show today. We're going to talk about Giants football. We're going to talk about Mets, Yankees. And bring up any questions you guys want. Bring up any questions you guys want, because we're going to talk about everything tonight. Now you might also notice I got a little blue and gray here. Disgusting colors. I want to shout out my boy Rob. I lost a bet. To a Dallas Cowboy fan, and I hate to say it, I have to wear this disgusting little shirt here, Dallas Cowboy shirt, for the rest of the show, because I'm a man of my word. I am a gentleman and a scholar. And shout out, here he is. This is for you, Bello. This is for you. I got my Dallas on. Good freaking game. I hate that I have to wear this, but listen, me and him, we got plenty of bets going on. We'll get you in a second game. We'll spice it up a little bit, see if we could do it for the people. But man, let's talk about. Yeah, I know. Listen, guys, I'm sorry. We already lost. We lost Rob, the other Rob, RZOB. Yo, what's up, baby? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Listen, I lost a bet. I always cash in on my bets. I pay my debts. This is what we do here at Revival, and I'm gonna go ahead, wear this shirt, fight through it. I'll fight through my pink eye or my high. I don't know. We'll figure it out afterwards. But hey, listen, everybody out there, chat, salud. Let's you know what? Let's drink one for Aaron Judge, man. Let's shout out Aaron Judge, number 62. Number 62. It sucks that my man had to hit it on the road. Yankee fans couldn't enjoy that 62nd. Hey, big shout out to Aaron Judge, man, because listen, I'm a Met fan, but I respect greatness. That guy, he's done it by the book the whole time, man. He has just been he's been a living legend. He's a living legend. 62, in my mind, the real home run record. You could talk about your Barry Bonds. You could talk about your Mark McGwire. I don't give a shit. In my book, it's Aaron Judge, your new home run champ, the new home run king. No big deal. It happens when the revival comes around, as usual. Listen, we'll talk about Judge a little bit more, but he is the greatest home run king for a season in history. But the Yankees are heading into the playoffs. The Mets are heading into the playoffs. There's some good New York vibes going on right now. Listen, not so much in Queens right now because, listen, we got our asses kicked in Atlanta. let's call a spade here. The Mets got their asses kicked. They gave up the division lead. Listen, I'm done being negative, done being sad about what went on. The Braves whooped our ass, but they are the World Series champs for a reason, people. So listen, we won 99 games as Met fans. We're on our way to winning the 100th game back to back to back jacks to start off the game. No big deal. And they're going to the playoffs for the first time since 2016. So who are we as Met fans to get our panties in a bunch about, hey, getting swept in the land? We lost. We're going to the wild card. We are in the playoffs with three of the best pitchers in the game that still have to, it still get the pitch, and they give the Mets a chance in any series. You beat the Dodgers, Padres, Braves. We'll fine. We'll play the Braves again. See you later. See you down the road, people. See you down the road. But listen, we're having New York baseball, October baseball in New York, and you can't beat that. You can't beat that. I want to be in the house for one of the games. Hopefully, you get to see some of you Met fans out there. Yankee fans, shout me out. Tell me what you're thinking. Are you liking Garrett Cole? Are you trusting Garrett Cole to take you guys to the promised land, to get you guys by the Astros? Because realistically speaking, that's all we have to talk about for the Yankees. Are you getting past the Astros? So that's my baseball spiel for now. Let's circle back to some stuff that the crowd likes over here. We're talking New York Giants football, 3-1. Listen, it wasn't ugly. Daniel Jones did what he had to do with his feet against the Bears. He got, how many rushing yards he had? He had a bunch on the ground. Probably would have got over 100 had he not gotten hurt. But yeah, 68 on 6 carries. Come on, 2 touchdowns. My boys, Kafka and Dable, had the Bears on their heels all game long. It was a beautiful game plan. They saw that the edge rush was not giving any bit of respect to Daniel Jones in the first couple of snaps. So what do? They say, all right, we'll bootleg you to death. Bootleg you to death. And Daniel Jones just took advantage. And the broadcasters are like, at some point, these guys are going to adjust, right? They never adjusted. The Bears never adjusted. And Daniel Jones was gashing them all game long. And on his way to 2 touchdowns. And listen, the passing yards are still not there. Of course they're not there. I mean, he's still got a work in progress in the offensive line. He's throwing to Richie James. Not even Kenny Golladay anymore, because Kenny Golladay got hurt. David Sills, shout out Monty again for the Sills Army, but he ain't it. With another job, it's tough out there, man. It's tough. But the elephant in the room now is that Daniel Jones is hurt yet again. I mean, what are we doing here? What are we doing? I don't know why we have to go get hurt again, Daniel. Like, you're on your way to putting a decent season together. I know the numbers aren't there, but Giants fans are starting to rally around this guy. And the one thing he couldn't do is get hurt. And that's what happened again. Game 4. Now the Giants are in a tricky situation because Tyrod Taylor's listen, I love Tyrod, but his ass should know better as a veteran that this was his chance to shine. He had a chance to now take the starting job and maybe play 2 games, get Daniel Jones healthy. Instead, he plays a couple snaps and then he puts his head down trying to get a first down. I mean, God bless his heart for trying to get that first down, but be smarter, man. This is your chance to shine and start some games. Maybe turn it into another contract down the line. I know you're here for another year, but show that you're still an NFL starter. And he gets himself concussed. He got concussed, and now he's out. And after the whole Tua situation which we'll go into the Tua situation in a little bit. Big fuck up. But now Tyrod misses his chance to start and show what he could do. And now we have Davis Webb and Jake Fromm again, or there's a couple other people that got brought in. Man, it just pisses me off because you throw Davis Webb in there, who looked great. Let's call it space, but he looked great in the preseason, but he doesn't have the legs to get out of the pocket and make plays with his legs. Whereas, a Tyrod Taylor and a Daniel Jones did. They can make plays with their legs. And behind this offensive line that's still learning, you need to do that. So I'm kind of worried right now because, Rashawn Gary and one of the Preston Smith, they're great edges for Green Bay, and they're going to give Neal and the rest of this offensive line, all they could handle. So, I want to see what a Daniel Jones-led team would have done against the Packers in London, 9 a.m. start. We had the mimosa. We're going to have the mimosas going, kegs and eggs, whatever you guys are doing. I hope everybody's getting hyped for that game. And then Daniel Jones kind of just takes a little bit of, air out of the balloon, man. It sucks. I'm a little pissed about it, but you know what? Either he cuts it out. It'd be nice if he does, or just put a great game plan together. But because you know what? We finally have good coaches on the New York Giants that'll put them in position to win no matter who is in there. And I have full faith. Case in point, Daniel Jones goes down, and what happens? At a snap of a finger, Dable gets the troops together. Like in Remember the Titans, he's like, get around me, everybody around me. He starts drawing shit up. And right away, with a snap of a finger, he knows exactly what to do. Saquon Barkley, Wildcat. And they pop off 13 yards, and then they pop off another 5, and they get into field goal position and kick a field goal. Under adversity, this coaching staff knew what to do right away. And I love that about them. I have full faith in this coaching staff that, listen, I know we're going to be undermanned, but they'll put up a good fight. And I'm not worried anymore. I feel I know we're 4 games in, and I'm here. Look at my dumb ass saying I'm not worried about this coaching staff anymore. But it's true. I have full faith that Wink and Dabes and Kafka, they will put up a good game plan to get the Giants into a good position to be in this game. And listen, you're traveling to London. Who knows what goes on with travel there? The Packers have not looked good. Let's call a spade as well. Rodgers has not looked like Rodgers because who's he throwing to? You don't have a Devontae Adams anymore. Nobody's scaring you from a wide receiver standpoint. I know Lazard's a good player. They got some other good players, Doobies over there, whatever the hell his name is. He's a good player, but you got Aaron Jones you got to worry about. You got the running game, and you have obviously Rodgers is not going to give you the game. He's a great player still, great quarterback. But man, I'm not scared of the Packers right now. And I know this is on record, and now it's going to come back to haunt me probably in a couple of days. But right now, I'm not scared of the Packers. You had the Patriots, who are not a good team. The Zappe led Patriots, 3rd string quarterback, go into Lambeau and almost beat the freaking Packers in their own place. So call me a glass half full kind of guy, but I'm feeling pretty good about what's going on. I feel good going into Green Bay. Listen, the Giants, by the end of the day, too, I want to have another, if the Giants win, ITGW challenge set up. Because everybody, listen, we're 3-0 when we put a challenge out. We got to put some good challenges on the floor here. I'm going to also shout out to everybody on the chat. Bring your questions. Ask anything you want here. This is an open forum. I'm going to send out the link for everybody to get in here right now. So I want your questions. Let's talk Mets. Let's talk Yankees. Let's talk Giants football. Let's talk NFL football in general. Let's just talk about Dallas actually for a second. I love that there's a little bit of a ridiculous controversy going on now. Hey, you have the 4-0. Cooper Rush. Does Dak get his job back? Does Dak get his job back? I mean, listen, I far be it from me to be a huge Dak fan. But listen, Dak Prescott's a good quarterback. Dak Prescott's a freaking good quarterback. Cooper Rush is a career backup. He's done a good job keeping the ship afloat. That Dallas defense, man. That Dallas defense is scary. I don't even know how. I mean, I know they have a couple good players on the front 7. I know they have good linebackers, but they are piecing together a great defense. They've held 4 straight quarterbacks now to under 200 yards, which in today's NFL is a feat, man. That's a feat. And Parsons is, listen, you don't want to say he's already on that Aaron Donald, you hate to say LT trajectory, but he keeps this up, man, for a couple more years, and you can't deny him. That talent is just undeniable. He is a stud out there. He's a game changer. And again, this pains me to say it, but that defense is keeping Dallas in every game. Their offense is doing just enough. And the NFC East is back, bro. The NFC East is back. Big shout out to NFC East. Everybody shit on us for years. NFC East, whatever. Fuck you guys. We're back. I hope you guys had a good time because Dallas Cowboys, like I said, great defense. Eagles are the best damn team in it. At the very least, they're the best team in the NFC. That roster, bar none, like that offensive line just mauls people. The defensive line gets after it. They fix their secondary. Man, I don't know. It's they're a force to be reckoned with, and that pains me as well because I've like a crazy man married into. I don't know if I told you guys this, but I've married into an Eagles family. By my own will. I know. Listen, I'm an asshole. I'm an idiot. But my wife, she's just so damn beautiful, so damn awesome that she reeled my ass in, and I blacked out for about a couple years, and next thing I know, I put a ring on it. But anyways, it pains me to say the damn Eagles are one of the best teams in the NFL, if not the best right now. They are an absolute machine. Like you think about it, who in the NFC is the head favorite, the big favorite right now? Rams look like dog shit on Monday night. You have San Francisco look good beating the Rams, but again, who's good, who's not there? You still got a Jimmy G led team, not too scared about them. Green Bay falling back down to earth. That whole division, it's up and down. Minnesota could be it. I don't see anybody. Tampa Bay, man, Brady, holy shit, Brady, man. Brady's got some shit going on. And obviously you don't want to count him out because it's Brady until he shows that he's done. Then he's done. But like he does not look good. That team does not look good. Brady, I think his life's falling apart right in front of him. I think I saw it today. Giselle and him are filed for, or they got the divorce lawyers all set up, man. Like shit's gone crazy in the Brady household. And I don't know, man. I hope it's worth it coming back one more year I know this is that's not the straw. It might be the straw that broke the camel's back. There's more going on there, but man, take it easy, Brady, man. You did not need to come back for this. You did not need to come back for this. Anyway, listen, let me get some people in here to come help me because I'm blabbering here. So I'm gonna get Sarge in here first. Sarge's been chilling out in the back room. Sarge, come join me, buddy. Hey, let's go.
If you needed a backup or a co-host, all you had to do was hit me up.
Hey, listen, I figured I'd carry it for
and
a
then
we're
gonna kind of counteract all the negative Dallas energy.
Please do.
My LT throwback jersey. So
it's beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Listen,
what did I say? I came on this show last week and I told everybody to relax. And what happened? Everything fell apart, but we still won the game.
Everybody got injured. Everybody got injured, dude. It was
we're going to London. We're going to London with Jake Fromm. That's what we're doing.
Jake for fucking Steve.
We couldn't even get Matt Barkley. Why couldn't we have gotten Matt Barkley?
Oh my god, dude! It's been rough.
I know it's crazy. What are we doing?
Listen, but again, shout out to the freaking coaching staff for dealing with all the adversity they've dealt with. And we have not had a healthy team all year long. Your first couple of games, you're missing.
We haven't had a healthy team for the past decade.
I mean, tell me about it. Tell me about it. Shout out Ronnie Barnes. Thank you for just decimating our team. But I'm kidding. We all love Ronnie. But
Carl Banks will be all over us. You start.
I know. I'm sticking to my man Carl there. Listen, but we cannot catch. Look, Aaron Robinson barely stepped on the field again, and then he's out again.
I'll tell you what. Man, I'll tell you what.
Jesus.
Aaron Robinson and DJ both. Those guys got rolled up pretty bad. Was not their fault. It's not like it's a turf.
No,
would you stop? Not. It's not like it's a turf injury or anything like that. It's it's poor tackling is what it was.
Yeah, listen, it's football. It's football, but It's now 4 out of 4 years for Daniel Jones. This is now a freaking trend.
He
You
hasn't
can't
missed. He hasn't missed the game yet. Let's not.
He hasn't. But listen, my worst case scenario here, my nightmare scenario, is that he plays and looks like he did in the Arizona game a couple years ago, where he came back too early from the hamstring, could not move in the pocket, took about 6 sacks, had about 3 turnovers, and basically lost the game.
Yeah.
I don't want to see Jones look bad just because he's trying to be the hero and be.
Hey, for all we know, they won't let Aaron Rodgers off the plane in England because he's not COVID vaccinated.
True that.
Hey,
Biden.
Jordan Love.
Or who? No, not Biden. What's his face? Over there in fucking England.
King Charles
Boris.
now.
Oh yeah, sure.
King
Charles.
Charles.
The flagpole to King Charles.
Yeah.
King Charles, do something. And protect your country.
Protect your country.
Protect your country. What you got on your mind there, Sarge? Anything else? What you got? What talk about?
I'm actually looking forward to next week, man. Or the London game, which will be cool because it's on really early in the morning.
Yes, the earliest. Listen, I love me some weekend. Like, listen, I'm up at 7:00 now with the kids, so I'm raring to go at 9. 9 o'clock is basically afternoon at that point. So
I mean,
I'm ready to go.
I'm also 2 hours behind you guys.
Look, bright and early, baby. Bright and early. You get out of bed and
I'm 2 hours. I'm 2 hours ahead of you guys. So this is like 7:30. This game hits.
Yeah.
But I'm already at work by then, so I'll have it up on my phone. So it'll be fun.
Hey, sorry. Let me get your take on this. Let's talk about this hot topic here. Tua. What are your thoughts, man? What?
Bad look, man. It was a bad look.
Let's
see, the independent neurologist or whatever who cleared him. They fired that guy. It was bad. It was bad, man. It was bad. It just the whole thing looks bad.
Try better, man. Try really. Listen, I've had back.
It's a bad look because it's like he went out. He was obviously there was something else wrong with him besides it wasn't a back end or ankle. Whatever. Something was wrong. And then once he got hit. That when his hands went up like this, man, that was scary.
Oh, it was tough.
That was scary.
Watch. I mean, and it got me. It hit me in some kind of way. I don't know why I got so angry. Maybe because one of my friends is a Dolphin fan. I wanted to get at him. But shout out Greg. I see you out there.
You can't go after him with that, man.
See, this is my Dolphin friend right here. He has CTE already, so he knows what's going on. No, but like you hate to see that, man, because even if his bell was rung, your future is Tua right now, and you just take a precaution, and I didn't even know this. They threw Teddy Bridgewater in there. I was like, holy shit, they have one of the best backup quarterbacks in the league in Teddy Bridgewater there.
They could have
just Teddy B.
They could have rolled Teddy Bridgewater out there for the whole game. There was no need to put Tua in that game.
Oh my god, dude, it's so frustrating, and I know it's an independent neurologist, but you start to wonder, like, who gave him a buck under the table, man? I don't know, man.
This is gonna be a big top. Like, you're gonna watch.
Peeling back that onion, baby.
Well, you're gonna see, like, especially there was a couple guys who got hurt, in the game this past weekend where they wanted to go back in. They could have probably gone back in.
Yeah,
and
right.
They're like, no, you're not going anywhere. You're going to see a lot of that for probably the rest of the season. And
everybody's going to be extra cautious now.
The league is going to come out and they're going to really like hammer in this thing. And you may see, and it may not even wait to the end of the season. You may see guys in the concussion protocol who are like out mandatory the next week.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why for me, Tyrod, it's done for this week.
Yeah, Tyrod's a wash. Forget it.
No chance. Yeah,
we don't know even about Julian. Like Julian Love,
right? That's
had some sort of.
On that.
Apparently, Julian had some sort of concussion. He's in the protocol right now too. Yeah. Who knows if he's going to be ready to go next week?
No. I mean, listen. You'd like to think they're still going to stick with all the protocols, and they've been doing it. You'd like to think 99% of the league has been doing it right this whole time. But everybody's going to be extra cautious now. It sucks.
And it's even funnier that it's the Dolphins, and they've already lost their first-round pick for next year for tampering with the whole Brady thing.
They can't figure it out, bro.
They can't
figure it out.
catch a break, man. It's like,
They've had the best start to a season since fucking Dan Marino, and then the whole world outside of football
the
comes
wheels
crashing
come
down.
off. Yeah,
it's just brutal, man. It's brutal. Hey, Sarge, I'm gonna keep you in the back over there. I love you, man. I'm gonna bring you back around at the end of the show. Thanks for popping on with us, man.
Sounds good, brother.
Appreciate you. All right. Hey, so let's talk a little bit more about baseball here. The Mets are going for their 100th win here. I'm gonna be popping in back and forth for you guys. So I'm throwing you guys curveballs left and right. Up 7-0, back home runs to lead off the game, going for the 100th win. Like I said, Mets fans need to flush whatever happened prior to this series. We're going to the playoffs for the first time. Fuck the Padres, fuck the Phillies, whoever we got to put on our plate. You're throwing out Jake DeGrom, you're throwing out Max Scherzer, Bassett, and a lineup that could hit. If they can just get everybody hot again, man. They need Marte back. It sucks. They lost a key piece their lineup in Starling Marte, but you know what? We're gonna have to face adversity. The Mets do not know how to do anything easy. They do not know how to do one thing easy. And I see the tweet all the time. Being a Mets fan prepares you for life, and it's never been a truer statement. Never has a truer statement been said. It's a roller coaster all season long. Every season is a roller coaster, and the Mets have won 99 games, on pace to win 100 games, and you couldn't find a more angrier fan base in the league right now than the New York Mets fans. Infighting, just anger. And listen, let's all chill out, man. Let's all chill out. We're going to possibly see, if you're going to the game on Friday, awesome. I hope I get to go to a NLDS game. I hope we get past the Padres. We will get past the Padres. I hope we get to move on and enjoy some more of this postseason, because this is going to be hopefully a thing going forward. We got Uncle Stevie, buying up some people up here and making some good moves. But again, shout out Mets. Let's go. 7-0 on their way to 100th win. All right, listen, bringing in another just day oneer, Monty. What's good, buddy?
What up,
what
Steve?
Is good?
How's it
How
going,
we doing, bud?
Mustache
Cheers.
looking good. Cheers.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it. I listen, I want to keep it. The wife's actually pissed off. She's like, "You've been trying to get this mustache thing over me for years now." And you used it as an excuse with their challenge. And I was like, "Hey, maybe I did, maybe I didn't. But listen, it's a challenge, okay? I get to do it. Yeah, that's right. That's right. How you doing, Monty? How's it going tonight?"
Doing good, man. It's elated. Just this season, it's different Monty this year. Not a miserable fuck this time.
I love this, Monty. You're a happy guy. I love it. Listen. And it just goes to the whole Giants fan base on Twitter, man. It's like generally positive right now. Of course, there's a few negative things here and there. We're still talking about Daniel Jones here and there, but generally speaking, we got the right coaching staff, and that just gives us positive eyes, I think.
Which is the important thing. The only thing that is more important than getting the right coach and the GM is getting the quarterback, and we'll cross that road. But there's nothing even close to that outside of the coach. You could argue coach and GM or either or is more important than that. It's right there. It seems like we have the guy. That was the thing, too, is Dable's great. I love Dable. I'm so happy with him. But one of the most important traits in a coach is building a staff. And look at this fucking staff he put together.
Yes. I mean, so I want to ask you this. What are your thoughts on this? Who is calling those plays in the Bears game? Who noticed that Bears were being aggressive, and you're calling those fantastic that one drive, or two touchdown drives by Jones, man? Just great calls. You think it's Kafka? You think it's Dable? You think it's combo?
I think it's a little bit of a combo. I mean, obviously you start out the game with each half you start out with couple scripted drives.
Right.
But I honestly think to what you're alluding to with the fact of taking advantage of that, I bet you they saw a lot of that on tape. I bet you that's something that Dable and Kafka broke down. They're like, we can take advantage of it. I mean, also, that's something that's been Jones' whole career is, he's fast, but nobody respects his legs. Nobody does. It's not like he's not a guy who just like really takes off and makes something out of nothing all the time. But like, as far as like, if you design it for him, and
Yeah.
nobody respects it. And you can totally trick an entire defense. He's wide open.
100%, man, 100%. And I shout out Dave, shout out Kafka, whoever saw it on tape. And that's what sucks, man, because now an injured Daniel Jones, you take away his legs, and that, you're probably throwing him away next year anyway. You want to kind of just run him into the ground and do what he did best. I don't mean run him into the ground, but you know what I'm saying. Use him for what he does best, and you kind of throw caution to the wind a little bit. What pisses me off even more is that the play before Daniel Jones gets hurt, it's a deep bomb to Darius Slayton, and Slayton, while he gets interfered with, could have made that catch, could have had a huge touchdown. You boost up Danny Jones's passing numbers. The next play doesn't happen where Daniel Jones gets hurt, and it's a butterfly effect thing. I know, like maybe it happens later down the game, whatever. But man, if he just would have caught that pass, who knows what happens? Maybe we have a healthy Daniel Jones. Everybody's back on a Slayton train again. Exactly. Like, everything is different. But now it's like, okay, same old Slayton, same old Jones getting hurt again. Just
if Slayton catches that, it's like, all right, Slayton wide receiver 1 again, maybe.
Yeah, he would have stepped right into it. You're right. You're right, man. It sucks because the talent is there. He just, I don't know if it's a head thing. For whatever reason, the drops weren't happening the first 2 years. And the last 2 years, it just crept back in. And that's why let's go again. Let's call it what it is. That's why he was a 5th round pick. He had drops at Auburn.
He had in college.
It is what it is. I hope that he gets some confidence back. He did earn the PI there that put them in position to get points. So he's our only deep threat right now. Possibly wide receiver 1 still.
Yeah, I mean,
what else you got?
Even the play Tyra threw the pick, I was like, I didn't think that was a well-advised throw, but I mean, it was just nice to be able to have a guy who can stretch the field. Like, we haven't really seen that this year. We actually able to call it and run him on it, and we shouldn't have thrown it, but sometimes that will get open if you're able to add that. Right.
Listen, I hope that Slayton gets some energy back, get some confidence back. We need it, because I don't know, man. I'm guessing Tony's out again this week. I'm guessing Wan'Dale's out again this week. They're just ragtag group of wide receivers. The offense is Saquon, man. It's Saquon, and that offensive line is run blocking well. So let's give him that a shout out there too. But man, our MVP, possibly league MVP. I know I'm getting ahead of myself there, but like if you're talking about most valuable player to their team right now, name another guy, man. Name another fucking guy.
And very well, doesn't get MVP, very well could get offensive player of the year. Like, I mean, he is on that trajectory right now. And it's, also such a credit to this, again, with this coaching staff is that I know that, Saquon always hasn't been healthy. That's played a role in him not succeeding. But, especially I think a lot to Kafka is Andy Reid has always had success with the running backs. Right. He's always, I mean, with I guess exception of Clyde, but that guy has sucked. But even he's starting to score. But
hey, I got him on my fantasy team. He's putting up some pretty good points.
Touchdowns. They have no one else to give it to right now.
Right, true.
But it's it's always been. I mean, that they had Spencer Ware putting up like huge numbers before Kareem Hunt went in there and put up crazy numbers. Jamal Charles, like I mean, we can go all the way back to Sean McCoy, like Brian Westbrook. They always have these guys, and that was something I was really excited about with getting Mike Kafka. Is the one thing that's cool about it is now like this is I think I said it to you at some point is like it's not necessarily going to be like, oh, like wow, the Giants are using the Bills offense and the Bills offense is successful somewhere else, and it's like if we're taking Dable and we're taking Kafka, it's going to be like, this is the Giants offense. If this starts seeing success, I want a piece of what the Giants offense is. I want the Giants offense on my team. Like,
absolutely, man.
It's a whole new tree if this works out because we're just taking two levels and really potentially building something special. I'm excited to see what comes of it because I really like it.
It feels good to have a tree, man. It feels good to have a tree. Like you said, they just got great coaches everywhere. And I'm psyched about it. But listen, Monty, I want to hopefully hang around. Shout out for calling in again, man. Appreciate you. You are a Revival fan, baby, and we'll have you back in a little bit. All right, man.
Sounds good. I'll hang out.
All right, man. Peace. All right. What's up, baby? I got another one in the another OG over here. One of the greatest space controllers this side of the Mississippi. R0B. Yo, what's good, buddy?
What the Rock is cooking.
Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Finally, R0B and Mr. Glass Half Full have come back to New York Revival.
That's right. That's right.
Which
Let's go.
means that for the first time since Tom Coughlin nor your New York Football Giants have come back to 3-1.
It's a beautiful thing, baby. Let's go. What's good,
up, baby?
Yo, Rob, you are just first of all, you are just killing the space life, baby. You are killing that space life. Shout out to you for running that shit. Everybody just you give everybody a voice all day long. You get to hang out. I love you for that, man. I love you for that.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. I love talking football, man. It's great to do it, and on a consistent basis, and to have a lot of the support from everybody coming in. You, El Jefe, Eli, New York Revival, having everybody come in and showing the love and support, man. It's great, and
Oh yeah.
you can't talk about football enough, man. I love the
Not
game.
when you're 3-1, baby. Not when you're 3-1 in New York, baby. Let's go.
Absolutely.
We are back. We are
Absolutely,
back.
man. And you know what? We're 3-1, and we're still having hard conversations.
I know.
You know what I
that's the
mean?
thing.
So
That's New York. That's New York fans for you, man. Listen, like I just said, the Mets are at 100 wins, and I've never seen them angrier. The Giants fans, you were 3-1. You still got people just like going at each other's throat. Listen, we are a tough fan base. We're winning. We are behind our team. The Giants are doing some good things. But there's always, listen, we always have to have the macro level view of what's going on here. We know that this team is not going to go to the Super Bowl this year. I mean, they are. We're sorry. They are going to go to the Super Bowl. But
yeah, what the hell are you talking about?
But
How dare you?
We always got to have, the conversation about who's behind center. What are we doing with Saquon? And listen, I want to talk about that actually with you. Let's hear your Saquon thoughts now. You get say the Bills come calling.
Mm-hmm.
They want to offer you their second rounder. Yay or nay for Barkley?
Absolutely not. Absolutely
Okay.
not. I look at it from this perspective with Barkley, right? A lot of us were hoping that there was going to be a comeback season. I would like to say that I said that he was going to have 1,440, and I think I said this live on New York Revival in my jacuzzi hot tub.
You might.
That he was
Oh
gonna have
yes.
1,444 yards rushing, and from what I'm looking at, he is 900 yards or 1,000 yards away from completing that, or a little bit under 1,000 yards from completing that
this year, man.
And it's been 4 weeks. There was a lot of talks today that he's being like overused and he's gonna, they're running him into the ground. I don't think so. He had 18 touches or 18 carries in week 1, 21 in week 2, 14 in week 3, and he had 31 last week. Now, no, he's not a guy that you're going to give, 31 carries. He's not a Jonathan Taylor.
Right.
He's not a Derrick Henry. He's not a Nick Chubb. But you can definitely give him some touches, and I think he knows the situation. And I think he's out there, and he says, "Look, put it on me, me, Dabes. Let me do it. Let me take the load, and let me contribute to this team. Because look, he hasn't really contributed to his team in 2 years, and I think he's got a little bit something that he wants to prove, and he wants to put the heart of New York on his back. And look, we all know that Daniel Jones more than likely is not the quarterback of the future. He's more than likely not going to be here." Right. And whether you bring in a bridge guy or you're going to draft a guy, a rookie quarterback's best friend is a running back. and their second
Yes.
best friend is their tight end. And I think we have the tight end. Daniel Bellinger has been performing the
Shout
last
out,
couple of weeks.
JB. Yeah.
He's been doing very, very well. And I'm happy with the way that Saquon has been performing, man. He
Oh.
needed to do it. I'm happy that he's been doing it. And I think he's going to be here. I think you pay the guy, you could definitely go ahead and give him 13 to 15 million a year. I don't think that's too much.
No.
Maybe you work it in a way where he makes a boatload of the money in his second year, which is
Right.
where we're projected to have a little bit more money that year. You would have
Mm-hmm.
already had your quarterback. That's the year after you resign a lot of your guys, you know,
He's
and
25,
stuff like
by the
that.
way. 25. Still
He's
fucking
25.
young
He's
as
still
hell.
young. He's
Yeah.
still young. He's still got
Everybody
he's
forgets
still
that.
got a lot of time, and he's not old. And he
And,
hasn't played in a year and a half.
Well, that's the thing. And then a shout out to my esteemed colleague, Mr. Hefe. He talked about this on one of the spaces, but like, yes, he's been injured the past 2 years. Yes, he's been injured almost every year, you know, other than his rookie year. But take that as you could also take that on the flip side as a plus. He has barely any miles on those legs after that rookie year. And like, you know, when you talk about everybody's like, oh, you can't give the running backs that second contract. Le'Veon Bell was healthy and getting tons of touches until he got that second contract.
Absolutely.
Zeke, same story. Again, tons and tons of touches before he got that second contract. You know, Gurley, a degenerative knee issue that the Rams should have known about. They should have never given him
And they
that
still
contract in
paid
the
him.
first place. Yeah, right. And they still paid him. But like those are three examples of what you shouldn't pay those guys. I get it.
Mhm.
But a Saquon Barkley, man, if he's past that injury bug, if he can give you a healthy 3 years now, sky is the limit. He is the best back in the league. And sorry, and I don't want to call him a back either because he's the best weapon in the league, offensive fucking weapon. He is not a back. He's not your standard at running back. He is a better pass catcher than a lot of the running backs. He's a better runner than a lot of the other ones that are just pass catchers. He is the guy. He's the man.
And you look at Dallas's situation, like they paid $90 million to Ezekiel Elliott. And I'll be honest, I don't think that even if you had Zeke as the main starter, I don't think Zeke's putting up the same amount of numbers that Barkley's putting up right now. I really
100%.
don't. And you know, look, the kid's young, he's hungry, he wants to do what he needs to do. And I said this earlier, you know, listen, everybody wants to say what they want to say about Daniel Jones, and listen, I'm moving on from the guy too, and I'm ready to see, you know, who this regime brings in. But
We'll see.
at the same point, like you can't. Again, I'm not gonna. I have this. I wrote this down yesterday, and I made this comparison. And I just want to let people know. And this is not a comparison of the quarterbacks, ladies and gentlemen, but this is a quarterback. This is a comparison of where we were at the last 2 years and where we're going the next 2 years.
I love both years. Let's go.
Daniel Jones, 564 completions, 907 attempts, 5,970 yards, 35 touchdowns, 22 interceptions, 85 sacks, 84.05 passer rating over 2 seasons, average, 29 fumbles, 27 games, 26 started games.
Right.
This next person, 440 completions, 781 attempts, 5,163 yards, 30 touchdowns, 21 interceptions, 66 sacks, 76.6% passer rating over 2 years, 22 fumbles, 28 games, 27 starts. That's Josh Allen, ladies and gentlemen. And Josh Allen did not emerge until Stephon Diggs showed up there in year 3. And I say all that to say this. You went ahead and you drafted a rookie quarterback in Daniel Jones. You got rid of his best weapon the year that you drafted him in Odell Beckham Jr.
Come back.
And you have never replaced the offensive weapons. It's now his 4th season in the National Football League, and he has never had a 1,000-yard wide receiver. I don't even think Slayton went for 1,000 yards.
No.
Slayton didn't even go for 1,000 yards. And he has never had a receiver with double-digit receptions. I don't even think he's had a receiver with over 50 receptions. So I say all that to say this. The front office and the head coaching and the coaching staff are intuitive to the development of a player.
Yep.
And Daniel Jones got put into a bad situation, and he was never able to recover because his athletic ability and the way he plays the game was not at the ability to where he could do so. And the surrounding cast, I didn't even mention the O-line, and I didn't even mention the injuries. So I'm happy that we have Dabes. I'm happy that we have Joe Shane. I'm confident. I'm happy that we have Brandon Brown. I love the player evaluators that we have. I love the coaching staff that we have. You got an offensive coordinator that played the position, that knows what to do in Mike Kafka.
Yes,
and
sir.
I can't wait to see that when they do get the quarterback of the future of this New York Football Giants roster, they are going to do this kid right. They're going to do it
100%.
the right way. They're going to build it the right way, and you're going to see it on the field. And I'm excited.
I love it, man. I love it. And you could have said it better. Let's hope for Daniel Jones' sake he gets back healthy. He gets maybe a Tony and Robinson back. The offensive line gels a little bit. Evan Neal gets some snaps under his belt, and we could see what he could have been. You know, just a glimpse. And we'll have a conversation a little bit later, because if they win at 7 or 8 games, you start getting into territory where they might have no choice but to bring him back a little bit for another year or two. You know, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Let's not rile up everybody. R0, I appreciate you for coming through, my man. I appreciate you so much.
Love you, brother.
Love you.
Love New York
your
Revival,
glasses.
man.
Love
I
your
love you
shades.
guys.
You're doing some good shit out there, man. And we'll have you back hopefully at the end of the show. But I appreciate you, my man.
Much love, man.
Peace. All right, man. Well, listen, I before we have our last guest here, I want to again shout out to Aaron Judge, number 62, the true home run champ. Fuck Barry Bonds, fuck McGuire. I love them both, but it's Aaron Judge. He's gonna win all the crowns, the triple crown, the quadruple crown, whatever crown you want to give him. Classy guy, future New York Met. But listen, the Yanks got a nice little road here to they got either Cleveland or Tampa round 2 after their bye. That should be a cakewalk for them. And then listen, it's the Astros for the Yankees. Everybody, I don't even have to go into the Yankee talk for you guys. Like, you guys know what you guys have to do. You have to beat the Astros. That's your number one, competition right now. And hopefully the Mets will see you in the Subway Series. Let's pray to the gods, the revival gods. We want some good New York sports here. Shout out to the New York sports guys. Make it happen. But yeah, listen, Rangers hockey coming around too. New York Knicks basketball, New York Net basketball, everything. Everybody's on a rise here. Everybody's on a rise. It's not a coincidence what we're doing here, people. We're the heartbeat, and we're bringing it back. Let's go. But listen, I want to end the show with one of the GOATs of the content game. My man, Entertainer. What's going on? Welcome to the show. Round of applause. What's going on, my man?
Stay up, man. I'm excited to be on. Yes,
what's good?
Twitter and yeah, man. Always like to pop on whenever I can. You had Rob on. I saw he's a great guy.
He's the best.
Yeah, I've been on his channel before. Great guy. I see Monty's was on before me. He's another great guy. Really active on Twitter. And I've seen
the best
on your channel before as well. And yeah, man, I'm just excited to pop on like we did last time and talk some New York sports, man.
Man.
First thing I got to ask you before we get started.
Yes.
I don't know the backstory.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing a Cowboy shirt?
Oh, yeah. So that's a very simple story. I have a Cowboy friend. We bet each other every year on something ridiculous on the Cowboys game. I said, listen, if the Giants win, I'll have to wear your shirt on the show all show long, because I'm man my word. I did it. We lost. We took the L. He would have, and I wish I would have seen this. He would have had to eat 21 donuts in one sitting. I wish I would have seen. I was like, Rob, are you sure this is like I have to wear a shirt for an hour? You want to eat 20? You say you want to do 21? I was like, are you sure? We've done it. I'm pissed off.
Did you ever man up to your bet after week 1 when you said the amount of points the Giants score? You got to drink the.
You didn't see the video?
No.
It happened. It happened.
It's on your channel?
It's on the channel.
All
Check
right,
it out.
I'll watch it after.
Please do. I made it through the 21. So it was first game of the season at the tailgate. First 10 went down nice. Once I started getting to like the 15 range, things got a little hairy. Started hanging on some walls. I was getting a little woozy, but I made it through. I made it out alive. And again, like I said, I'm a man of my word. I got the shit done. I went a little too hard probably in my If the Giants Win challenge right off the bat. So I had to reel it back in. And that's
How
why
many hours was that over that you did that you drank the 21 beers?
So all told, probably around from first to last 12 hours. 12 hours.
Okay. I could do that.
I spread it out. But I did the bulk of my work from 9 to 4. That was from the tailgate to the end of the game. I got it done. Paced myself. I check out the video. You'll see it.
I'm gonna watch it as soon as I'm done on here. I didn't know you. I was looking for it because I must have missed it when you guys posted it on Twitter. I didn't see it.
It got a little ugly, but hey, I live to talk about it another day. And so all my friends, what we want to do here for If the Giants Win challenges, when the challenge is tough, like for the Green Bay game, I'll do something outlandish because I don't expect us to come out with the victory there. But for a Bears victory, I say, hey, listen, I'll wear a stash for a week. So you gotta kind of go with the game.
How about this? If they beat the Packers, you got to eat like a whole wheel of cheese.
Ooh, I like it.
I'm not talking I'm talking about like a big wheel.
A big wheel. Okay. Yeah, like
that would go on a car size wheel.
I'll run it past you, like the wheel, like how big the wheel is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try and I already have a cholesterol problem, so don't kill me here. Oh my God! Listen, let's get the brass tacks here. We're fucking around here. Let's talk about what matters most here. Well, there's two things because this is a New York Revival channel. Let's get into the Giants real quick. We'll touch on the Giants. Thoughts 3-1. Saquon, you're a Saquon fan. You want him back. Is there any pick that could aside from a first round pick?
Listen, especially when you're a content creator, you have to take your fan hat off and you have to at least think about it
serious
from the mind of a general manager.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I do think that a scenario where I have to be. The way I look at it, man, if I get a first round pick, you have to at least consider that. Okay.
Yeah.
But the way I look at Saquon Barkley right now, everybody on Twitter, seems to think we just need to go quarterback next year, which I understand, right? I mean, it's Joe Shane. He didn't extend Daniel Jones on the 5th-year option, yada, 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 yada.
Yeah.
But the way I don't think it helps.
Tana, I think we're losing you. I don't know if it's me. Could be me. Shit. I think we lost him. Tana, call back in. We lost him. Shit. We lost him, man. We lost him. He froze up on me. Listen. Oh, man. All right. Listen, everybody, shout out in the chat if you guys can see me. If you guys can still see me. He got caught in the matrix over there. Listen, hopefully we get Tana back. But listen, we'll end this with Saquon. We all love the guy. I love the guy. If there's a second round pick that gets out here, that gets you have to think long term here. You have to. He's back. He's back. Hold on.
Am I better? Am I good?
Woo! We got you. I see you got lost in the matrix there.
Yeah, yours started going black, and then mine started. Whatever. I'm back.
You're back.
Get back real quick to my point about Saquon. Everybody seems to want to go quarterback no matter what. Like, that's where their head's at. We have to go quarterback. We have to go quarterback. We have to go quarterback. Right. And the way I look at it is I'm never a guy that wants to go, especially with 14, 13 weeks left in the season. No, that's not the way I'm thinking. Like, I will analyze what we need to do at the end of the year and see where we're at. But for the people that want to go quarterback no matter what, no matter where we're picking, that say, oh, trade up, give up whatever you got to get, go up and get your quarterback. All right, let's just play that game. Okay, I'm going to relate this back to Saquon Barkley. Let's play that game. Right now, you look at this team. We have no wide receivers. None. Kadarius Toney, I've renamed the injury report to the Toney report. Wandale Robinson hasn't been able to get on the field yet, and I think we can both agree he's not a number one. Not a
No.
guy that's going to strike fear into the heart of an opposing defense.
Yeah, right.
Saquon Barkley's our lone weapon. Like you said earlier, he is arguably the best weapon in football. Like, he is that
Yeah.
good. I don't care that he's a running back. He's a playmaker, right? So if you're one of these fans that wants to just say, yeah, let's trade Barkley, let's get a second-round pick, let's get him out of here. I don't want to keep a running back. Understandable. Running back, short shelf life, yada, yada, yada. But if that's your
Typically,
plan,
yes.
if that's your plan to trade Barkley, the only weapon we have right now, and it's not like we have a ton of cap space next year. We have a decent amount, but not, if that's your plan. And then on top of that, you want to trade up from 16. Let's just say that's where we're picking.
Yeah.
16th pick, give up a future first-round pick, give up a second-round pick in next year's draft.
An arm and a leg.
To jump into the top 5 to get a quarterback. Now, a quarterback comes into a situation where you don't have a first-round pick in the following draft. You don't have a second-round pick in the current draft. And you have nothing to help him out.
It's so true.
So
true.
As far as Barkley goes, if we're moving on from Jones, they better damn sure make sure they keep Saquon Barkley. Because without Saquon Barkley, that quarterback is going to be dead. He's the only
100%.
thing keeping this offense going right now. And maybe I'm crazy. I think this offense is going to look a lot better over the second half of the season.
You're not wrong.
Last week, if we could ever get a wide receiver, if Kadarius Toney could ever get on the football field, if we ever make a trade, everybody's talking about trading Barkley. Again, maybe I'm crazy. I'm thinking about potentially bringing in somebody.
Right.
I'm saying to myself, can we get a young wide receiver in season like we did with Leonard Williams, a guy that you could see being a part of the next 5 years? So it's helping both the present and the future. Can we get DJ Moore? Can we get DJ Moore for the Panthers? Can we make that?
Is screaming to get out of there. Screaming to get out of there, man.
Is it possible?
Yeah.
Because I say to
Can they get an Odell Beckham?
I say to myself, if we could bring in a legitimate number one or a guy that's even close to a number one, the attention that Saquon Barkley garners, what that is going to do for Jones in the running game. We saw that this past week. And if you could add a number one threat on the outside, suddenly his offense is pretty good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. He's doing this with all the attention on him. He is there's nobody taking the top off. There's nobody scaring that secondary from creeping up right now. They are doing all this with no threats, and that's what's making this feat even crazier. He is just dominating with all the eyes on him. If you get say a DJ Moore, somebody that could just at least scare somebody, at least that the defensive coordinator could say, hey, let's shade somebody over to that side, like take somebody else out of the box, man. That opens up everything. And I have to agree with you, man. And listen, I've been kind of beating this drum for a while now. You don't have to sign Saquon to a 5-6 year deal. Sign him to a 2-year deal. Let's call it 3 years. He is hitting the market again before his age 30 season. Yep. And so, like, I think it could work for both. I think he wants to stay here. I think Dable wants a running game. I think he does. Listen, he had Josh Allen fall into his lap in Buffalo. And
Josh Allen's a running back. Josh Allen's a running back as much as he's
a running quarterback. Right.
He's the best running back.
100%. But, like, you see them filtering running backs nonstop. Obviously, listen, Josh Allen is a top 3 quarterback. He's an undeniable talent. We don't have that within the New York Giants. And listen, we might not get that, like you said, next year. We have stumbled our way to 3-1 now. They're gonna, by default, you see 3 or 4 more wins in this schedule. It's an easy schedule. You're now picking in, like you said, in the 15 range. You have Bryce Young. You have C.J. Stroud. You had Will Levis, I guess, if you want to call him the QB3 right now. But the QB3 is not decided, not in the least.
Here's what I'm gonna say about that too. And I see Sergeant Mayhem saying, do you really think that we can't get a talented quarterback in the middle of the first? Listen, I'm not a fortune teller. I don't know how this is gonna play out, but what I could tell you, Sergeant Mayhem, is this past draft, nobody took a quarterback. Kenny Pickett was the only first-round quarterback because every team in the world knew it was a horrible quarterback draft class, and they looked at the following year and they said, yeah, we'll wait a year. We'll pass.
Yeah.
We'll wait for Stroud. We'll wait for Levis. We'll wait, for Bryce Young. So if the Giants pick at 15, there's going to be 10 teams in front of them that might want a quarterback.
And let's talk about this too. Shout out to Monty over here, and he'll probably tell you more about this. But the 2024 draft QB class is no great. They're a legit class too. Like they have some players in it. And if you got the guy from Florida, Anthony Richardson, stay in another year, you throw him into that class too. Maybe he progresses. Listen,
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not a huge college football fan. Okay, I watch it though from time to time.
Yeah,
Caleb Williams is the next. He is the next Pat Mahomes. Caleb Williams is going to be a stud. That's a guy I give up 3 first-round picks to go.
Right, and then, but then, like you think about you draft, you have to have one more good, solid draft to build this foundation. You have your solid draft next year. You build everybody up around it. Then in 2024, then you go up and you trade away your future first and your current first and whatever else to get your guy. Right, because the foundation is built there. You've signed, hopefully, you signed your Thomas. You have your Neal. You've drafted another couple of offensive linemen. You get a wide receiver there. You know, you're honing in everything. I'm
telling you, man. I'm telling you. And I know Giants fans are going to hate me this offseason. I am talking myself into wanting to keep Daniel Jones. I'm talking myself into it.
It's creeping around. It's creeping around.
Where I think we're going to be picking. I'm saying to myself, I'm okay with a 2-year contract like Jameis Winston got, 2 years, $30 million that I could easily get out after 1 year, or 2 years, $40 million that I could get out after 1 year. Where it's a 1-year commitment. And if Jones takes off after I get all these weapons, great. If he doesn't, I get my quarter. But I look at this team and I say to myself, is it really worth giving up all that draft capital with all the holes that we currently have and not have anything to help this quarterback? We have no receivers on this team. And people talk about trading Saquon Barkley.
It's wild. It's wild. And listen, people's excuse at this point, not excuse, but they said, hey, we can get rid of Daniel Jones because, hey, we have Tyrod Taylor. Tyrod Taylor has not made it through a season since I can't even remember. It's been 5+ years now. He gets hurt every year. So, okay, you have Tyrod Taylor. You have to sign somebody else. You have to draft somebody else. Even if you draft a guy, you're going to have another guy signed because Tyrod Taylor cannot be counted on to be a legit starter. You know, I love the guy as a backup. I love the guy.
Stopgap. Jones is the stopgap. I think, people are talking about
give him 1 more year. Yes, agreed.
He's the stopgap, and you hope as a fan, if he is, that he could take off if they add some weapons. But if he doesn't, now you're more comfortable giving up a ton to go up and get a quarterback.
Yes, and it works for both sides. It works for both sides because he's going to want to stay and build up his. If he has a decent year this year, he's going to want to stack a second season on top of that. So you want to be in the same system, a better roster around him. And he's not going to command big dollars. So it works for the Giants. Everybody's like, oh, you can't pay this guy $30 million. He's not going to warrant $30 million.
He might go 15 a year.
Yeah. I'm thinking 20
max.
20.
Max.
Yeah. I'm thinking he's in the 20 range, which is a mid-level price for a quarterback. You're not blowing the cap for $20 million there. You know, if you want to go 25, 30, then fine. I understand that you don't want to pay that for a Daniel Jones. Fine. But he gets hurt too much. He's been way too inconsistent. He cannot command a $30 million, $25+ million contract. He's not a Tom Brady. He's not even a Tannehill who is in that range right now. So I agree. It's coming back to that.
Tannehill potentially, but he's
no,
not.
For sure. But he hasn't proven that yet. Yeah. That's my thoughts. But hey, listen, real quick, let's shift gears over to the big important elephant in the room right now. What's your thoughts after the Atlanta series? How are you feeling about the Mets going to the playoffs?
By the way, I just saw it.
I know. Listen, we're back, 100 wins. Like only the Mets could have a 100-win season, our best season in years, and have our fans feeling kind of like left wanting more. Right? Come on, man.
The Mets somehow found a way to have our 4th ever 100-win season. 86. 69, 88, and now 2022, and not win the division.
Just so Mets. It's so Mets. It hurts, man.
But no, man, it's been a really fun season.
It has.
And what's really good, the good feeling I have about this season before we get into the disappointment is like in the past, in 2015, in 2006, but more specifically after 2009, like after Bernie Madoff and everything, you always felt like it was just like a magic carpet ride, and you knew the next year you didn't know everything could fall out from underneath you because we didn't have the money to go out and make up for mistakes and everything else. So this is sustainable now. I mean, we have the richest owner in the sport by a mile. He's already come out and said that he'll commit to a $350 million payroll next year if he has to. So the way I look at it is as disappointing. Yeah, as disappointing to the finish of the regular season is as a Mets fan. Like I'm content in the sense that like I feel like we're always going to be competitive now. As long as this guy's the owner, every year we're going to have a chance to win a championship.
100%. And listen, say what you want about what Epler did at the trade deadline. He didn't exactly go out and give us the best shot, but he saved all our prospects. So now you have a Frankie Alvarez coming in as your catcher to replace the dog shit they had there. You have a Vientos and a Beatty at third base, possibly whoever takes that job, take over for Escobar. You have the young guys here now that and hopefully an Allen can pop up. Hopefully their draft picks can pop up. You add some free agents. They're building this thing, and you can feel it, and it feels damn good because, like you said, it's not a 1-year deal. It's not a lightning in a bottle kind of deal. Hopefully, I thought I said that in 2006 too, and it kind of fell apart.
This is different though, man.
Right? There's not you don't have a bunch of veterans. You have youth. You have
and even if it was a bunch of veterans, Steve Cohen will go out there and he'll sign 5 more players. Like
true,
we just have a unlimited supply of. We have a cash cow, and he's going to do whatever it takes to keep this team competitive. So I'm not that worried about it. Obviously, since the Marte injury happened. It changed the lineup. Obviously, they're scoring runs now. Tonight, they scored 7 runs, right? But
of course, that's the Mets.
It's the Mets. But yeah, I mean, listen, I think we still got a chance, and I'm gonna look at it from a more positive standpoint. And
Good. That's what I'm talking about.
Expecting to win the World Series right now. I'm not. I'd be lying if I said that, especially with how much we've fallen off here. I don't want to use the term falling off because we didn't even.
The Braves. The Braves are hot.
The Braves. Since June 1st, the Braves have been better than the Dodgers. Like, that's how good they are. So it's more the Braves just took it. We didn't give it away.
Right.
But going into the playoffs, a glass half full mindset that I have, first off, I don't love the Padres matchup. I don't. I'm going to be honest.
No. Because Darvish owns us.
And they got a lot of good lefty hitters. We know our weakness is the lefties out of the bullpen.
Yeah.
But if we could get by the Padres, which I think we got a good chance to, we're at home every game. I think we have a better, as crazy as this may sound, we may have a better chance to go to the World Series playing the Dodgers in the DS than avoiding them in the DS because I think there's a better chance to pick them off in a 3 out of 5 than a 4 to 7.
Fair.
So
that's fair.
The optimist in me is like, if we could get by the Padres, can I talk myself into Scherzer and DeGrom flipping the switch, taking 2 and stealing a game with Bassett?
Man.
Yeah. So the optimist in me is like,
they always give you a shot.
It might have worked. We'll see how the playoffs turn out, but it may end up working out better to get the Dodgers in the second round rather than seeing them in the NLCS because I think we could agree that we probably were going to see them in the NLCS. So
absolutely. And you get a Marte back. Who knows what happens if hopefully, if you get past the Pods, you get Marte back. It changes the lineup a little bit. Hopefully, you know what? And if Alvarez. Towards the end of that Braves series, he's starting to see the ball better. Hopefully, somebody can take off at that DH spot, man. Like, hopefully, one of those righty hitters, Vientos, Alvarez, one of those two can take off and just propel them.
It ain't rough.
No, it's fucking rough, man. What a terrible trade
and listen, I love Buck. I think Buck has done a tremendous job this year. He handled the bullpen very well.
Yes.
I'm going to be a little nitpicky with Buck, though. I do not like his lineup construction down the stretch. I do not like you batting Pete Alonso second. I do not like you batting Jeff McNeil fourth. No, put McNeil in the 2 spot. That's if Marte's not in the lineup. That's where he belongs.
Right.
McNeil, so I don't like that. I also don't like the way that he handled the bullpen in that Braves series. I thought it was especially in the first game, that was a joke.
Right. He cost him that game.
It was almost like he was experimenting with guys that you would know to see how they may pitch in the playoffs.
Put Lugo in.
Yeah, it's essentially a playoff game. You're like, see how Peterson or whoever he put in. I don't remember.
Yes, it was Peterson.
Yeah, how he could handle a play. So that I didn't like that either. But overall, I love Buck. I think he should be up for manager of the year. But down the stretch, I didn't necessarily like a lot of the things that he did.
Yeah, man. Listen, like you said, those are 3 studs. If hopefully they had a tough series against a very good Atlanta Braves lineup. Let's call it spade a spade. None of them had their A stuff. Jake hasn't had his A stuff in about a month. That's what worries me the most.
Yep.
I don't know if this is him now. This is what we got, but I think, and I, Mets fans will hate me for saying this, but I think this is a very important stretch for Jacob deGrom to show something, show that what his A game is, because we haven't seen it in a month, and you can't. I don't know. Maybe I'm in a minority, but you can't give that guy huge bucks coming off of what has been injuries off of the past couple of years, and what we see in the past 4 starts. We're seeing, not the same Jake, and I'm hoping to God that he could put 2-3 starts together and show that, leave no doubt. Stevie wants to pay him. He wants to pay him. He's come out and said it, but man, I have a lot of trepidation because there's no real studies about a pitcher throwing 100 miles per hour 10 years after the Tommy John surgery. He is a freak of nature. And all the shit that happened with his arm the past 2 years, I don't know what it is, but it scares the shit out of me. And we're seeing, and we're seeing that over the past month, very so-so stats in regards to what Jacob deGrom could do. So
yeah, listen, man.
Very
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we're gonna sign deGrom, and I think it's risky. I completely agree with you. I don't worry about it that much though, because I want to get out of the mindset of thinking of it being Will Punt.
I know.
It's like if he's not the guy, we'll move on and we'll find somebody else. Like I think that's the way Cohen's going to look at it. It's kind of like Judge with the Yankees. I'm going to be honest with you. Judge had one of the greatest years in the history of baseball. That contract is going to suck. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh my God!
When the Yankees sign Judge, and
he's an older player.
Yankee fans know it. It's going to be like the Pujols contract. Remember when Pujols signed with the Angels? That massive deal in the first 2 years, it paid off, and then after that was a disaster. It's going to be something similar with that with Judge. Judge 31.
Judge has gotten hurt a lot too in his career. Like, and everybody's just going to forget about. Like, he's a very tall man. He's that body is going to take some beatings after 162 games when he's 35, 36.
Yeah,
but they have no choice.
To me, it's the same thing with deGrom. It's like,
true.
I think they're going to sign him, and part of me is like, I want him to, because
fair.
Listen, man, I would say it's probably a 75% chance that it's going to be a disaster. If I'm being honest with you, but
knowing the Mets.
But man, listen, we've been watching this team for a really long time, and outside of David Wright, we have never had a great player that began and ended his career as a New York Met. Never.
You're right.
Tom Seaver gone. Piazza was not a Met, and you got rid of him after the fact. Doc Gooden, Darryl Strawberry, Gary Carter, Keith Hernandez. None of these guys were lifetime Mets. Lock this guy out. Jacob deGrom is going to end his career as a Met. I think it's risky. I completely understand it.
But who gives a shit? Because we got Uncle Stevie.
We got Stevie. Like, he could eat the mistake if it's a mistake. And as far as the playoffs go with deGrom, I will say I actually thought his last start against the Braves was good. He had his stuff.
Yes. 13K, right? Or 11Ks.
The thing is, he missed on like 5 pitches, and the Braves hit 3 home runs.
They were so hot. Every mistake that was made by a pitcher was going out of the park. Every mistake.
Yeah,
I agree.
Like he might have missed like 3 other pitches. Like, I feel like he missed on like 5 or 6 pitches where he didn't locate properly, and half of them they hit for home runs.
Right. And it wasn't an Oakland start. It was not an Oakland. It was an improvement. I agreed. But we need vintage Jake if they're going to make a run. They need vintage Jake. They need vintage Max.
And I'm going to tell you,
that's what
Max
it is.
Scared me more than Jake, because Max did not have his stuff.
No. And I like to chalk it up to a bad start for him, because he has been out all year long.
He has been. And Bassett looked like crap too. But we'll see about him. But yeah, I mean, if the Mets are going to do anything in the playoffs, it's going to come down to them. And you got to hope that they get into a groove. And we knew that when the year started. Right. So I still give us a puncher's chance. I do, just because of those two, and you got the best closer in baseball. So
they need Lindor and Alonso to pick it up too. Lindor is slumping at the wrong time. Hopefully he wakes up. We need Alonso's power back. Let's get those, because they're the lineup right now. They are the lineup. And McNeil's been great, 100%. Nice to see Nimmo coming around. Hopefully this Nats series gets their confidence back and gets them rolling into that pod series, because they're going to need it, man, because Yu Darvish is no joke.
Yu Darvish kills us.
Oh, my God. Shuts them down every time. I hate that matchup. I kind of was hoping for the Phils to somehow sneak in there and, get a nice little cupcake first rounder. But listen, everything the Mets do is hard. We're gonna have to. They're just gonna.
I do think we'll beat
They
the
dug their
Padres.
own grave here.
I
They dug
really
their
do
own
think
grave by
I really
losing
do.
all that
I
shit.
really do think we're going to beat the Padres, man. I do. I think we're going to beat the Padres.
I hope you're right, man.
I don't
hope
love
you're
the
right.
Mets, but I think we're going to beat them.
Last thing, real quick. Your Mount Rushmore for the Mets.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Oh.
it's tough. It's tougher than you think.
Oh, it's very tough. I've
Yeah.
actually had this conversation with my friend before, who's a huge Mets fan.
Yeah.
All right, Seaver's on there.
Yes.
Get that out of the way. Tom Seaver's on there.
Yes.
Piazza's on there.
Yes.
He's got to be. He's got. I mean, he's-
Yes.
So now we got 2 more spots. I'm going to give you the candidates.
Yeah.
And this is no specific order off the top of my head. You got Doc,
Let's hear
Doc, Darryl, Keith, Carter, Wright,
Yeah.
DeGrom.
Yeah.
Is that it? Am I forgetting somebody?
Yeah. Yeah. That's just about it.
You can throw Kuzman in there. Wow, it's tough.
Yeah.
I'm gonna, even though I don't think he's as good as a lot of the players I just mentioned. Like I think Darryl at his best was better than this player. I think Doc at his best was better than this player. I
Right.
think Keith might have been better than this player. I think you have to put Wright because he was a lifetime Met. Start to finish, he was a captain of the baseball team.
100%.
I think you have to put him because Keith was only there for like 4 years. Carter was
He's
only
Mr.
there.
Met.
Yeah,
He's a Mr. Met. He was a captain, man. Like, come on.
So I'm gonna put Wright on there. I'm gonna put
respect
Wright
it.
on there. And the last one might, and I see Greg said it. It might be DeGrom.
Yeah.
It might not.
If he signs.
Yeah,
If he signs back, it's a
be
lot.
DeGrom yet, but if he signs, it's DeGrom. He's the 4th.
Right.
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 Right now, I would say it's either DeGrom or maybe Keith, because Keith
Yeah.
became so popular during his broadcasting career. Now he got his number retired. Everybody always says Doc and Darryl too, though, so it's close.
They were so short. If they had longer stints, man, if Doc didn't go down that if they didn't go down that path, they would have been locks. But man, and here's what I want to say: what if Alonso keeps doing what he's doing? Who does he replace? Who does he replace at that point?
Oh man,
Like if they win a World Series, Series,
I mean, Alonso's definitely trending towards being on the Mount Rushmore.
Yeah,
he's gonna if he remains as a Met, which I see no reason why he won't, and he remains even relatively healthy throughout his career. He's gonna set the RBI record. He's gonna set the home run record. He's gonna so. Who does he replace? Okay, I'm gonna project that. I'm gonna be optimistic, and I'm gonna project that DeGrom signs a contract and he has 5 good years with the Mets. So that's my projection. Okay, that's
I like it.
If that's the case, I have him jumping Wright, and I would say Alonso has the potential to jump David Wright into the Mount Rushmore.
That is spot on. Spot on. Couldn't say that. Nailed it. Absolutely nailed it. Hey, listen, Tana, I want to wrap this up. I know I said I kept you late. Thank you for coming through. We have some good times ahead. Let's hope Friday is a freaking great day. The start of something great. Let's hope the Giants get us, just win one of the next 2, and you're looking at a possible really good season, man. One of the next 2, if they could sneak a good win in there,
it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
real tough, especially
especially.
if Jones is not healthy, man.
But what I'll
Sucks.
say about this Packers game, I think we have a chance. Not a good
Yeah.
one, but I think we have a chance, even if Jones doesn't play. Because I look at it the same way I look at that Seahawks game when we beat Wilson, when we had Colt McCoy. And I say to myself, we have a ground attack. If we could duplicate what we did last week or duplicate what we did in that Seahawks game and pound the rock, pound the rock, pound the rock,
100%.
it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. If you could control the time of possession, you win the time of possession by 7 or 8 minutes, you play mistake-free football, you don't turn the ball over, you give yourself a chance. And I don't look at Green Bay. I just saw Bailey Zappi send them to overtime. Their offense is not hitting on all cylinders. I respect the hell out of Aaron Rodgers. And if you were to tell me at the end of this game we're going to lose by 20, I'd say I wouldn't be surprised. But all that being said, I think we have a legitimate chance to keep it close. And if you can keep it close, you got a chance to win.
They got good coaching, and I trust that Wink and Dable and Kafka come on a good game plan. And I agree, 100%. They have a fighter's chance, and crazy shit happens in London, man. First time ever, by the way, two winning records in London. First time ever. I know, shocking. A little fun fact for everybody. to end the night. Little fun fact for everybody. Hey, but listen, let me call everybody in. My boys, we appreciate you for coming in tonight. I love all you. R0, Sergeant Mayhem, Monty, cheers. Tana, appreciate you guys all for coming on.
Hey,
What you got?
if the Giants win, you have to order a cheesehead and wear it that whole week
Done.
in public.
Done.
That means when you go to the store, when you do your little challenge, everything.
Now, I don't want to ask you exactly what you do for a profession, but do you work in like an office?
No,
Me?
I work from home, so it's not the same. I
Okay,
wish,
so it's not
but
the
I will
same.
go into the office. I will go into the office that week with a cheesehead. Done. I will
And into
wear
a
it
Giants
out.
bar.
Yes, done. I will do it. I will do it.
By the way,
All right.
Because listen, unlike Tana, I'm concerned about your cholesterol problem.
That's right. You know,
I don't want you.
Everyone's
I don't want
looking
you
out for
eating
me.
any cheese wheels. That's
when's the next time you go to a Giant game?
Well, I went to the first two, so wifey's not gonna be happy me if I go to another one sometime soon. But but hey, listen, if you guys are around, if anybody's around, October 23rd, we're having a little watch party, Staten Island. If you guys, I don't know where everybody lives. I know Sarge, you're out there, and fucking wherever the
November
fuck out.
13th, I'm going to the game, so hopefully you're going.
Ooh,
to that.
okay, done.
Two things here. Tana, you are the only one without sunglasses. So before we end this,
Oh, wait. I got my Giants.
There it is.
There we
put
go.
them on right now.
There we go.
Oh,
Put them on right now. Second,
I think it's the first time I've ever wore sunglasses on YouTube.
second,
I went and got these
got
after
it.
those other
You
guys.
got it,
is it pink eye or are you high?
dude.
Oh,
I said it was the pink eye. I was
I
right,
got the
baby.
fucking stank eye, bro. I got the
Listen,
stankiest pink eye.
Listen, you got to tell El Jefe to stop farting on your pillow, bro.
I know. Hey, no, it always reminds me of what's that movie with fucking Seth Rogen? Where he got the chick pregnant.
Knocked up.
Oh,
Knocked up.
I know which one
He's
you're
like,
talking about.
Yeah, knocked up. He's like, I just saw a pink eye. I'm just really high. I wish, Jamie. I wish. But listen, it's
You
pink
gotta
eye.
wash your
I'm fucked.
hands after you change diapers, bro.
Dude, all the time. I'm gonna wash my hands as soon as we get off this podcast. But listen, let's end it here, guys. I appreciate you guys.
I got
Let's-
one more
let's
thing
have a-
before we go. I got one more thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Sarge, what you got?
I would like to shout out all pro left tackle
Yes.
Andrew
Ooh.
Thomas.
Yeah,
Great
Rob,
Andrew
I had
All
issues with
pro.
what you said earlier, Rob. I had
All
issues
pro.
with what you said, Rob.
What did I say?
Now you said that and
A running back
and I
or
love
a
what you
tight
said.
end is.
I love that you support my boy Barkley because he's my boy.
Yeah.
But you said that Saquon Barkley and you said a tight end is the quarterback's best friend. And I said, what about Andrew Thomas, Rob?
But see, that's a sure thing. though.
I didn't realize that.
That's a
bicycle
for
went
sure
backwards.
thing. That's a for sure thing.
Andrew Thomas is the surest thing this side of
Listen, you
Mississippi.
always need a left
Sure, step.
tackle. You always need a left tackle. But a rookie quarterback, when they're coming in, the things that they need a security blanket and they need a running game. Those are the two things that they need.
I get
Because
them
even
both,
if you
man.
don't have a good blocking, if you have good running and you have a good security blanket, you can make things work.
Marshawn
It
Lynch,
sounds like somebody that
Wilson,
hasn't had to. Yeah,
Todd
it
Gurley
sounds like
with
somebody that
Derek
hasn't
Carr.
had to.
I get on board with
It's-
that.
It sounds like somebody that hasn't had to worry about their backside in a while. Oh, it must be nice. All right,
Hey.
people, listen. I thank you all for coming on. I thank everybody for coming on to the chat, baby. We love you guys. Live with Revival. Let's put up a good fight tonight on Sunday. All right, Sunday morning. Hey, thanks for coming on again. Peace and blessings. We love you guys. Hefe. Eli, we love you guys. Miss you guys.
Happy
And, we'll
birthday,
catch you
El
guys-
Jefe.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Oh, it's Hefe's birthday?
My birthday is on Saturday,
Shout him out.
and I'm still here.
happy birthday,
All right,
happy
boys.
Happy birthday,
Have
man.
a good one, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
See you guys.
I gotta wear these on my YouTube channel.
You really should.